And Peter literally said to me, he said, to be honest with you, he said, when you really went at them and scared them, then they denied your tenure. That cleared the path for others to get opportunities and to get tenure because they were so afraid of being called racist by you. And I said that's because they are racist, and I just want everybody to know that. And so it was like a sacrifice fly, right? And in fact, the next year they hired more black faculty and administrators on that campus than they'd ever hired from what I've seen in the history of the campus. Like they hired all kinds of black people, and so so I was, and that made me happy. As I exited, it was like, okay, great, I did something for somebody else, because I felt like God had a better plan for me anyway. It's like, okay, this is a small world for you. You should be doing other things, so let's go over here and do this now. And so, long story short, it really that experience taught me a lot about how sometimes, being black, a lot of us, I think, especially those of us that want to do the right things, like you want to go to school, you don't go to jail, you're raising your kids right, you're doing the right things. You want to fit in. You want to be seen as a regular American who's a good person doing good things, but then sometimes that can cause us to forget who we are. You can get into this mode of like, I'm not black, I'm OJ, right? And then what happens is you get that Paul Mooney wake up call. Y'all know the Paul Mooney wake up call. He calls it. I'm gonna say it one time, so cover your kids' ears. It's called the nigga wake up call. And so you get the Paul Mooney wake up call, and then you're called to battle. Then suddenly, and I've seen it happen a lot, where suddenly you go through it. Like that woman went through racism. She's like, wait a minute, I thought I was immune from racism. I thought I was gonna fit in. I thought they saw me as one of them. And it's like, no, they don't. I think that there's a special hatred that's reserved for black people that no one else receives, and I think it goes back 400 years. I don't think you could really fight that in a couple of decades. Okay, so with that said, other statistics that support a lot of what we're talking about here is that studies show that new black hires are more likely to be laid off or fired than white hires before they hit the first year of seniority. Black workers are more likely to be unemployed or underemployed than white counterparts, even with similar education and skills. So it's an illusion when you think that because I went to Brown University and got my master's degree, I'm going to get the same jobs as the white boy. That's not typically going to happen. And the reason I say it like that is not to be cynical, but to basically say, just get ready, because if it does happen, I don't want to see you stressed out and experiencing all this anger and anxiety over the fact that your illusion just got crushed. You know what I'm talking about? Like sometimes we can live in a fantasy. It's like thinking somebody likes you when they really don't like you. Like thinking he's gonna marry you when really he just wanted to have sex with you, right? And then you're just you're like devastated and you're pissed off and you hate all men and all. Like that's not. No, it's if I'm your friend, I'm gonna say no. Actually, this guy probably don't like you. He's actually kind of using you. And so ultimately, I think us being realistic about what America is and how human beings behave can make it a little easier when something does happen. And the other thing too that we have to say as well is in terms of being fair to those who are not trying to be discriminatory, you have to understand some of this is based on human behavior. And I'm going to read this to you too. A lot of what we think is just flat out blatant racism is human behavior. And I'm going to give you, I'm not just going to explain the problem. I want to explain the solution too. But check this out. Did y'all know about there's a theory called homophily in social networks? It ain't sexual though. It's called homophily, Homophily. And it says sociologists use the term or maybe it's homophily. That sounds better. Homophily sounds more lyrical, I guess. Homophily to describe how people gravitate toward others similar to themselves. Surprise, surprise.